You want your stars out there more. Certainly the cry.
Sure.
I know exactly what happened, okay? How many times did Matthews look at the game sheet and see 17 and a half minutes with Babcock?
Oh, I know.
18 minutes.
And it was an issue. It was an issue.
It was an issue. They got rid of the issue.
Yeah, you're right.
They got rid of the issue.
Right.
And now the new guy comes in and he tells the guys what they want to hear. You're going to be begging me to take you off the ice.
The ice time was unbelievable that these guys played. I mean, Matthews was 25-45, or I should say Marner was 25-45. Matthews was almost 23 minutes. Hyman was 22-40. Tavares was actually one of the, he was fourth in ice time amongst forwards, I believe.
Mac,
they heavy loaded their front guys in that game in a back-to-back situation. And I mean, I know these are great players. They're playing 25 minutes a game.
It's too much, Mac.
It's way too much.
Too much. I don't know what's going to be left of these guys in another 25 games
now,
if they continue to play as much.
But I'm looking at John Tavares was 3.5 minutes below the Matthews Marner guys.
That's a constant. That is a constant. As far as Sheldon Keefe using Matthews and Marner, it's starting to get a little bit over the top here. And yes,
Nylander played more than Tavares did too last night.
This is a one-off, though. This is a one-off, Mac. When it comes to Tavares and Nylander, they are light years behind Matthews and Marner in the usage.
Yeah.
And while Tavares last night, I think, ended up with well over 22 minutes.
Yeah.
That's probably the most or the second most he's played. He does not play 20 minutes, Mac.
No.
Okay, that's just the fourth time this season Tavares has played over 20 minutes.
Are you suggesting, is Tavares pissed about this, that he's behind Matthews and Marner, or is he fine with it? Because to me, he should be playing more than 20 minutes a game.
When you win, I don't know if he's pissed. You're going to have to ask him himself. Yeah. But I know this. When you win and you see guys getting a lot more ice time than you, you're fine. You can't say shit. Okay.
No, you're fine with it. Yeah.
No, you're not fine with it, but you suck it up and you go, I can't. But when you start losing, or you start thinking that it's over the top and it's affecting the team, now you're pissed.
Well, yeah.
So 100%. Tavares has played four games this year where he's had 20 or more minutes. 4. Okay. Yeah. Matthews has played 25. Marner's probably played over 25, 27, right?
Yeah.
Hyman has played 13 games, a dozen games over 20 minutes.
Right.
And Nylander now has probably played 20, 21, where he's been under 16 minutes.
Right.
And when you see Tavares making 11 and Nylander making 7, and you see Hyman making 2.2, and Hyman's blowing Nylander out of the water on ice time or key minutes. Something's not right here.
Well, I'll tell you what's not right. You're not looking forward when we talked last week about Hyman's contract, this is going to be a major point in the contract negotiations. So, but it's more than that. It's also about team building and chemistry and dressing room, all those elements that are really, really important. I watch the Bruins a lot, Nick. I watch the Bruins a lot. Yeah. You don't see Bergeron and Pasternak are 18 to 19 minutes. That's where they play. 18, 19 minutes, not 25 and 26 minutes. So something gives.
It's now getting to the point where I think you want your stars out there more. Certainly the cry. Sure. I know exactly what happened. Okay. How many times did Matthews look at the game sheet and see 17 and a half minutes with Babcock.
Oh, I know.
18 minutes.
And it was an issue. It was an issue.
It was an issue. They got rid of the issue.
Yeah, you're right.
They got rid of the issue.
Right.
And now the new guy comes in and he tells the guys what they want to hear. You're going to be begging me to take you off the ice.
Right.
Right?
But
and that's exactly what's happened. Sheldon's come in anti-Babcock and now is giving them all the minutes that they want or would ever want. But the problem is, can Sheldon see sometimes it's too much? Can he pull him back? Does he have enough confidence in the other guys, the rest of the bench? Betsa, who's done remarkably well at 12 minutes a night, would probably want more ice time.
And eight some nights, I would think. Here's the problem, Nick. You've got 56 days where they're going to play 20 plus games. This becomes a real scheduling issue. You're in a back-to-back situation and your top guys play 25, 24 minutes in a back-to-back and travel.
Wow.
And you've got to play 25 games over the next 56 days, or roughly those are, I mean, I know some teams are looking at that dead in the eye this is what we've got to play. And you're looking at those kind of minutes and wear and tear. And coming back to the bigger issue is team chemistry.
Well,
I remember when I was coaching Steve Yzerman. Oh my God. I mean, it was that's when, time on ice, I used to look at his time on ice and think, oh my God, Steve ain't going to be happy. He only played 18 minutes,
Hey, listen.
It's a big, everybody checks. That's the first stat they check. What was my ice time?
This is what it's like on a team bus after the game. Okay. Because they hand out the team stats right after the game. Okay. And if you haven't seen it you won't see it in the dressing room. I'll tell you one thing. You don't look at it in the dressing room because it's a selfish move because we all know why you're looking at it in the dressing room.
Yeah.
But when you're on the bus and you look behind the bus, if you're in those first few rows, you'll see 15 guys do this.
But Nick,